Yeah, that's really how I'm feeling right now. Just to like, work on myself and things like that. Try to better myself as a person, as a dad.
Has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
Whatever, I don't know. Maybe this could be the reason why Tank say he want to leave boxing. He gonna, tap out, stuff like that. He still hasn't fought Devin Haney, and that's not going to happen.
Gervonta Tank Davis has sent shockwaves through the boxing world by officially announcing his retirement. At just 30 years old, the undefeated knockout artist says he's stepping away from the sport, not because of a loss inside the ring, but because of everything outside of it. In his own words, Tank admits the fame, attention, and constant scrutiny have drained him. He says boxing no longer excites him the way.
Yeah, that's really how I'm feeling right now. Just to like, work on myself and things like that. Try to better myself as a person, as a dad, all around, like human being.
Yeah. Is it the fame? Is it something that you just don't like all the attention? Or
yeah, I'm starting to like shy away from the attention and things like that come with it.
Yeah, because it's like anything you do or say, it's all over the blogs. It's taken the wrong way. It's getting posted.
Yeah.
Like you can't even be yourself at this point.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. It's getting more so like lame type of thing.
It once did, calling the sport lame and explaining that he can't even be himself anymore without being misinterpreted and splashed across headlines. For Davis, the spotlight has become more of a burden than a blessing. But the decision isn't just about the pressure of celebrity. Behind the scenes, Tank has been dealing with mounting personal struggles. His team has acknowledged the weight of his ongoing legal battles, including new charges tied to the mother of his children. The uncertainty of his future, combined with years of chaos, has clearly taken.
So I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
A toll on his mental health. Davis now says his focus is on working on himself, becoming a better man, and most importantly, being a better father. Yet, as with many boxing retirements, skepticism surrounds his announcement. Some analysts believe this is less about a permanent exit and more of a strategic pause. Blue Blood Sports TV suggested Davis may be using the retirement talk to avoid a low-reward rematch with Lamont Roach, while still eyeing a massive payday fight against Jake Paul on Netflix, outside of Amazon's control. Others point out that Tank has teased retirement before, especially during frustrating negotiations. Still, the timing of this announcement feels different. Tank has openly spoken about wanting therapy and healing, admitting he fears therapy will take away the very fire that fueled his boxing career. He says he doesn't want to feel that anger anymore. He wants to soften for his 2 daughters, focus on family, and rebuild his personal life. For perhaps the first time, his words carried the weight of someone truly ready to walk away.
Gervonta Tank Davis retiring? No. Has he told people this? Yes. But this is nothing new. I told you the Lamont Roach Jr. fight was off. It was going to take place in June. He was not happy with the way things were playing out. He wanted to get to that Jake Paul bag with Netflix. That has nothing to do with Amazon. Jake Paul is in charge in that situation. Ain't gonna put that money in Tank Davis's pocket. I told you guys this. But you guys don't believe me. You always love to say I'm capping or hating on Tank Davis. No, I'm just telling you what's going on behind the scenes. Gervonta Tank Davis is not going to retire. He's frustrated. He may step away from the sport of boxing for a while. But again, he was already planning to do that before the Lamont Roach Jr. draw.
Reactions have poured in across the boxing world. Antonio Tarver expressed deep concern, saying talent isn't enough without growth as a man, and warning that too many young fighters lack mentors to guide them. Bernard Hopkins also weighed in, urging Davis to prioritize family and settle his personal life before even thinking about a comeback. Hopkins made it clear, family first, career second. But not everyone is
Tank Davis is retired? Superstar and legendary knockout artist Tank Davis has officially retired. Or so he claims. Tank Davis has had one of the hardest 18 months in boxing. See, first he just got out of prison. Then he had a fight with Lamont Roach that should have been a pushover, which afterwards he was going to negotiate a huge money fight with Jake Paul. But Lamont Roach had a great game plan and they ended up having a draw. That Lamont Roach probably should have won. It was a controversial no knockdown call. But now Gervonta Davis is once again facing jail time after some domestic abuse charges. So I really think this is temporary. He's probably just retiring for now, especially with all the legal fees this man's gonna need. Part of this is probably to avoid the Lamont Roach rematch and push that off if he can. But really most of this is probably so he can focus on his legal issues. And then after all that is wrapped up, he's gonna get back into boxing. Boxers do fake retirements. It's just what they do. Especially after disappointing fights and doing legal troubles. Tyson Fury's in the middle of a fake retirement right now. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think he's really retired for good? Let me know in the comments.
Vince Tank is gone for good. Commentators note that retirements in boxing often come during low points, after disappointing fights, legal issues, or frustration with promoters. Tyson Fury did it. Floyd Mayweather did it. And now Davis might be following the same path. What fans can't deny is that Tank Davis has had one of the toughest stretches of his career in the last 18 months. From prison stints, to a controversial draw against Lamont Roach, to looming legal issues, his once unstoppable momentum has slowed. Instead of chasing history, he's chasing peace. Some fans are disappointed, pointing out that huge fights, rematches, title defenses, even possible megabouts are now slipping away. Others say they'd rather see Davis step back with dignity than fight on without heart. As one analyst put it, if Tank can't be the best version of himself, he shouldn't be in the ring at all. For now, Tank insists this is the end. Whether it's truly permanent or just a pause, one thing is clear, he wants to be remembered less for the chaos.
To see you right here in New York City, man. Always showing love. All right, so Jay Martinez of Fight Hook TV. So happy to see you once again. The biggest talk, let's jump into it. Obviously, we got a good weigh-in here in a moment. Yes. We got some good presser after this. The biggest talk that just happened moments ago, Gervonta Davis, jump into it, kind of, I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's going to fight Jake Paul. Like, what's in and out of boxing right now?
Hey, man, I don't know, but, get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want the shit, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you gotta win in life too before you can get in that ring and win. And sometimes life is harder than any opponent that we could face. And I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They're not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This shit is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets.
Outside the ring and more for the knockouts and highlights he left inside it. And with a perfect record, devastating power, and millions of fans, his legacy in the sport is already secure. So the question remains, has Gervonta "Tank" Davis really retired for good? Or is this just another chapter in boxing's long tradition of temporary goodbyes? Only time will tell. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.